Welcome! In this video, Bob, WM1E, demonstrates using solar panels on field day.
So I see the solar panels, Bob, that you brought. Why solar panels?
Well, for field day, we get 100 bonus points if we can get 5 contacts generated solely by natural power, and solar panels is, one source of natural power. And here I have...
Well, come on, let's go take a look at it, Bob, if you have a moment. I know you're busy making contacts.
This is actually 3 panels. I could put another one there, but these are 3 panels, and together they have the capability of generating a total of possibly 90 watts of power. And that's when, they generally don't generate that much power, but they can. And that, I connect the panels through a regulator, a voltage regulator, to a battery which stores the power, because we can't rely on the panels to provide constant power to the equipment. So
like yesterday when it was pouring.
Like yesterday when it was pouring, or
yes.
Even when a cloud comes over or something, the voltage goes down to zero pretty much.
So show us the battery that it's connected to. So you have wire connecting it to...
So we have it connected to a relatively small battery.
That's a question.
This is what's known as a deep cycle battery. Unlike a car battery, which has to put out a lot of power in a short period of time to start the car, and then is immediately recharged when the engine starts, a deep cycle battery is usually meant to run things like lights and things that, like on a boat or an RV, to power the appliances. And there, the battery will be discharged maybe to 50% or more before it's recharged the next day. So you need a different type of battery when you're selecting, a battery for, for your solar panels or for storing for an operation like this.
Great, so you chose, again, the deep cycle?
Yes, and you generally would get those in a marine store, for boats, because on boats they're used mostly in boats, because boats, have lights and everything, and people sleep on boats. But for cars, you just need something that'll deliver a lot of power for a short period of time to turn over the engine.
Right, so that you don't want a car battery.
No, I mean a car battery would work, but it wouldn't be the type you would want to buy for this purpose.
So what happened if you bought the car battery and used that instead of this?
Well, it wouldn't last as long. This is, I don't know all the specifics of how they're made, but it has to do with the thickness of the plates inside, and the car batteries, I think they're thinner plates and they're meant to deliver a lot of energy quick, but they're not meant to be discharged, the batteries to any great extent. But a battery like this they're made to provide a constant level of power, and consequently they're generally a bit more expensive than a car battery. And this battery by itself could probably power the station for a couple hours.
Oh, wow.
Without the solar panels. And
so is it totally charged by the solar panels?
yes, I've had this battery since I got it, solely at my house, being charged by the solar panels and discharged too. I used it at the house solely in solar mode, so all the energy in that battery is from solar panels.
Wow.
So, and then we can monitor how much is going in. You can't hardly read that, but you can monitor how much is being going into the battery, and the voltage and all that kind of thing. You see, right now the battery is pretty full, and so the voltage regulator will only needs a couple watts from the panels to keep it topped off. But as soon as I start transmitting, which uses a lot of power, then that drains the battery pretty fast.
So if you were constant transmission, how long will that battery last?
In concentrate, it would probably, I mean, if I was transmitting at 100 watts, I would say, it could maybe go 3 hours without the panels. And with the panels, longer than that, probably 4, 5, 6 hours maybe. Hopefully, I've never tried it, so I don't know.
That's really still good. It's plenty of time to call out during emergencies and coordinate things.
Oh yeah, you would never be transmitting 100% of the time. You'd say maybe 50% of the time, and maybe not even on 100 watts. Normally you try to use the least power that you need, to make the contact. So you might be only using 50 watts or 25 watts, whatever you need. But today in the contest, I'm using 100 watts.